Hey everyone, Sherman here, and welcome back to another episode of our Fire Pro Wrestling World Tag League Tournament. There we go. I'll spat out eventually. Right, how are we going to play this one? We could finish off Beer Money against the Unbreakable Effing Machines. That's a good shout. I think every match we have left now is against a big team, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, okay, so we probably want to just even the numbers out. So let's go for Beer Money versus the Unbreakable Effing Machines. That will leave every team with 2 matches remaining, I believe. And it could put Brian Cage and Michael Elgin equal second. Bobby Roode and James Storm so far have lost 6 out of their 7 matches. Can they win one, or will they lose 7 out of 7? Let's find out. Boom. We got there eventually. Right then, making their way to the ring, we have got Michael Elgin and Brian Cage currently fighting for the top of the group. They've got 3 matches remaining. If they win all 3 matches, they should go through to the next round. But of course, well, you've currently got Bad Influence top of the group with 25 points. However, they have had all their matches left. They've had all their matches so far. Brian Cage and Michael Elgin on 15 points, but with 3 matches remaining. So if they win all 3 of those matches, they should go through. I think they defeated... See, this is the tricky one. I had a look at this earlier. I believe Brian Cage and Michael Elgin would also go through, but the American Wolves would not. I think Bad Influence were the one team that defeated the American Wolves. So we'll have to have a look at that, just see how that pans out. But it's not worth looking at yet. Let's see who gets the points first. We're starting things off with the very small-headed Brian Cage and Bobby Roode inside the ring. Test of strength, I can't imagine, yeah. That seems to be a pretty stupid decision that was by Bobby Roode to go for a test of strength there. Poked to the eye by... Wow, poked to the eye by Bobby Roode on Brian Cage. Seems a bit of a crazy maneuver. Another poke to the eye by Bobby Roode on Brian Cage. That's, don't want to sort of poke the dragon, do you, really? You're going to... Does it poke the bear, isn't it? I can't remember the phrase now. Either way, it's not going to end up in a good situation for you if you attack someone like that, who is an absolute machine. Cage sending Roode into the corner. Roode makes the tag into Michael Elgin. And there's a tag into James Storm. Now all 4 men inside the ring. Brian Cage taking them both down. Michael Elgin with a strong forearm, but gets caught into a double suplex and crashes to the outside. Wow, damage could be done there, but Elgin slides back into the ring. James Storm, Bobby Roode, like I said, lost 6 out of 6 matches so far. This is their final match in the tournament, because they're definitely out. But they will want to finish not on 0 points. That'd be very embarrassing if they did finish on 0 points. James Storm now dragging Elgin into the middle of the ring, dropping a boot into the guts. And into an atomic drop. See Michael Elgin there, very clever, just standing in between James Storm and his corner so he can't get across to make the tag. Went for the forearm, it was avoided. Elgin taking James Storm up. Went for the boot in the gut, James Storm managed to avoid it. Elgin again, strong forearm. The pair of them trading forearms now. And James Storm comes out on top of that exchange, which is interesting. And does make the tag straight into Bobby Roode. And across comes Elgin to make the tag into Brian Cage as well. Double drop kick by Beer Money. Bobby Roode now dragging Brian Cage away from the corner. Then into a big knee strike. Across he comes, makes the tag once again. Very frequent tags here in this match so far, which is interesting. I don't know what that was, but Brian Cage come out on top of it either way. It looks like he sort of was being pulled in for a suplex, just headbutted him in the chest instead by the looks of it, and now a bear hug locked in. It's a pretty interesting maneuver. I can't imagine James Storm's going to get a bear hug victory against Brian Cage. The way around there might work. A big vertical suplex there by James Storm. Brings Cage back up. Cage now, nice scoop slam, taking down James Storm. There's the pin, only 1 count. So this is a big match. This is the Unbreakable Machines and also for Beer Money. See, Beer Money are not going to want to walk out of this with 0 wins out of 7 matches. But at the same time, Brian Cage, Michael Elgin fighting for a chance to go through to the next round. There's the tag. In comes Michael Elgin. It's a bit of a cluster at the moment, isn't it? Everyone just throwing strikes and Michael Elgin, no, James Storm reverses him. Well, Michael Elgin just comes punting straight through with a knee. James Storm, though, catching Michael Elgin, having him under control, and there's the tag into Bobby Roode. Nice forearms, a discus forearm as well by Elgin. Backed into the corner there by Bobby Roode. Strong forearms, another discus forearm again by Elgin. And a big boot as well. And Elgin taking control of the match now. Into a Boston Crab. And it's broken up there by James Storm pretty well. Sleep hold, it's submissions all around. In comes, it's Jeff Cobb. Okay, why is Jeff Cobb here for then? Interesting. Who's Jeff Cobb going to be supporting as well? Will he be supporting his fellow big men? Nope. He's not. He's supporting Beer Money. Obviously feels bad for Beer Money of losing 6 matches out of 6. Wants to help them out. Of course, Jeff Cobb is also part of this tournament. He'll be part of the Chosen Bears. A bit later on, of course, alongside Matt Riddle. Nice tag team maneuvers here. Very well worked by James Storm and Jeff Cobb. Pop-up powerbomb though by Brian Cage with a backbreaker. Then there's the tag. And the double suplex. Cobb on his way out. And all of a sudden, Unbreakable Machines doing well on the 3-on-2 situation. Referee gets flattened there. Elgin with the gorilla press and dumping James Storm to the outside. The referee, is the referee busted open? I think the referee is busted open. And the match has just gone absolutely crazy now. All 4 men on the outside. Jeff Cobb has left. Alabama slam by Brian Cage. Referee's up to an 8 count. There's a powerbomb there by James Storm on Brian Cage is interesting. Bobby Roode will be looking to get the victory by counter, is he? And in comes Tetsuya Naito as well. Okay, this match gets even more crazy. As James Storm's dragging Elgin to his corner. There's the tag. Looks like Naito is on the side of the Unbreakable Effort Machines. James Storm now with a big powerbomb. Nice takedown there by Naito. Elgin's up top, in for the crossbody. I think it wasn't really well worked, was it really? And Naito took Bobby Roode out while James Storm, Elgin didn't notice and completely missed his crossbody. It's all a bit of a cluster. There's 4 men in the ring. There's 1 man on the outside. There's going to be 5 men now as Brian Cage makes the tag. Naito distracting both members of Beer Money. All 4 men in the ring once again. Naito's leaving. And Beer Money are doing really well here, actually. In control. He says until we get that big lariat by Brian Cage. They're taking James Storm up. Making him think about that vertical suplex as well. It also runs the blood out your legs to your head, which makes you dizzy and also makes your legs a bit like jelly, so it's an interesting maneuver. Big takedown there once again by Brian Cage, who's heading up top. Brian Cage, big elbow drop to the heart of James Storm. Big discus lariat. Takes him up and drops him again, that big vertical suplex. And it's all to the outside. Oh. Bobby Roode has a chair. The chairs swing around everywhere. There's 2 chairs in the ring. Oh, Brian Cage, a chair right to the face of Bobby Roode. And another chair to the back of Bobby Roode. And another chair to the back of Bobby Roode. We've not seen this much chair action so far in this game, have we? All four men right back in the ring. Discus lariat once again. Wow, the chairs have been really useful in this match, should we say. Michael Elgin taking him up into the Elgin bomb. 1, 2, and 3, and there we go. It's a good victory once again for the Unbreakable FM Machines, but it does mean that the beer money are leaving with 0 wins out of 7. That's really bad for them. Really, really bad for them. There we go. Only 84%. We had interference from Jeff Cobb and from Tetsuya Naito, but that's how it looks at the moment. So we're in a bit more of an easier place now. There's a Bobby Roode and James Storm, 0 wins out of 7. Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, 5 wins out of 7. The Bucks, the Unbreakable FM Machines, and the American Wolves with 4 wins out of 5. That's correct, isn't it? Yeah. So they've all got 2 matches remaining. Briscoes, I think, have got 1 or 2 matches remaining. Doesn't matter. Let's not get too much into that. It's going to be getting confusing, isn't it? Right, so where do we go from this then? I think maybe... Should we go for Project Ego versus the American Wolves? Seems like a good place to be. So yeah, so the American Wolves lost to Bad Influence. So if it does work out even, then the American Wolves will go out compared to Bad Influence. We'll see how that works out. Anyway, let's go for Project Ego versus the American Wolves. It's another win the American Wolves are desperate for. If they do get this win, they will go joint top alongside Bad Influence. Now, the American Wolves do need to win both their matches for that to happen. Because, like I said, because Project Ego beat the American Wolves in one-on-one, it means that we will put them through ahead of the American Wolves. So they need to win both their matches to hit above Bad Influence. Does that make sense? Or am I just confusing things? I don't know. I always try and make sense, and I always try and give you guys all the implications of every match, but sometimes I think I just confuse things more than actually help, to be honest. Hey ho. So Chris Martin, of course the lead singer of Coldplay, makes his way down to the ring. Good times. So yeah, this should be a pretty interesting match then. Again, every match now is pretty interesting because they're all so important. I mean, a loss here for the American Wolves could effectively have them knocked out of the competition. Especially since there's such a big match left. I think the last match for the American Wolves, I think, is against the Unbreakable FM Machines. So it's a very important final match, which could be make or break for both teams. So this one is a very important one to win to make sure that is the case. You lose here and all of a sudden it's going to be a lot more difficult for you in the future. And the moment it is Project Ego getting the early control in this. I wonder if the game like automatically sets out like certain people in these tournaments that are going to do well, or is it form based, or is it just literally luck per match? I don't know how the stats work on this game, to be honest with you. Are some people stronger than others? Are people set them to be better than others? I'm not sure. It works either way. I mean, the Bucks and the Unbreakable FM Machines being top 2 is definitely good. But is that just luck? That's the question. I don't know. I don't know how this game really works yet, to be honest with you. I've not done enough of it to really understand. Eddie Edwards catching the back of Chris Travis with the chop, and now good headbutt by Chris Travis before dragging Eddie Edwards away and wrenching back at the neck with a knee in the spine, but Eddie Edwards able to break free from that pretty quickly. Travis taking Edwards down into a pin. It's very early in the match, it's not even a 1 count. Across he comes, makes the tag into Martin Kirby. There he goes, going for some sort of Cobra once again. That's weird how they do that. I've seen that a few times now. Seems to have this weird sort of Cobra thing. double foot stomp by Eddie Edwards right into the gut of Martin Kirby. Again, it's a very important match for both teams. Well, Project Ego are fighting mainly for pride at this point in time. I don't think they can go through. They've only got 2 matches remaining. They can't go through. They've only got 2 matches remaining. If they win both those matches, they're not going to go through. There's a nice figure 4 leg lock locked in here by Chris Travis on Eddie Edwards, who's able to break free. Travis now bringing Edwards back up to his feet. Nice boot to the back of the head of Edwards. Trav brings him back up, but Edwards backs away, makes the tag into Davey Richards. And there's the assisted powerbomb neckbreaker. Nice boot to the back of the head there by Davey Richards on Chris Travis. Travis went for the spinning heel kick and it was missed in a snap suplex. Nice. It's a very, very controlled match now by the American Wolves. They needed that, didn't they? And there's the sharpshooter locked in. Can't imagine him to tap this early in the match, so he doesn't. It was broken up by Martin Kirby. Nice drop kick to the back of the head by Martin Kirby. Trav sending Richards off and takes him down with a lovely head scissors takedown. And here's the tag. In comes Martin Kirby. And there is the assisted powerbomb for the pin. Oh, it's only a 2 count. It's a little bit worrying though for the American Wolves. Nice headlock submission there by Kirby once again. Big forearm by Davey Richards, and Kirby taking Richards down, drags him down into the middle of the ring. And dumps him to the outside. Referee starts his counts. DDT on the outside, and Project Ego taking both members of their opponents down. Remember, it's a 20 count on this game, not a 10 count. That's how it works in New Japan, as a 20 count. But it's a lot quicker count, I think. Dave Richards now dragging Martin Kirby towards the corner of the American Wolves. There's the tag, but Kirby's back up on his feet. He's making his own tag. All 4 men in the ring. It's Chris Travis and Eddie Edwards as the legal men, I believe. And Chris Travis gets on top of that with the spinning heel kick to the back of the head of Eddie Edwards. Now drags him across, sends him face first into the turnbuckle. Big boots right in the face. Now bringing him back up to his feet. Once again, a boot to the back of the head. Big elbow to the spine as well. And another splash to the back. Wow. Huge moves here from Chris Travis. Edwards taking Travis up there, dropping him on his back. Referee on the 1 count. There's a nice crossbody by Eddie Edwards. There's the tag. A boot right in the spine as well. Northern Light suplex by Travis. And there's the tag. In comes Martin Kirby. Gets caught straight away in the armbar by Dave Richards. It's broken. Travis goes to the big splash and not really paying much attention to what Kirby was doing, because Kirby just moved him out of the way. There's the ankle lock locked in dead center of the ring. And here comes, I want to say, Dash Wilder. Is that Dash Wilder? Looks like him. Who is he supporting? He's supporting the American Wolves, Dash Wilder. 3D. I think that's Dash Wilder. Looks very classical, doesn't he? Nice trade of strikes here by Kirby and Richards. Dash across with a running splash. The running dash. The dashing splash. I'm making sure as I go along now, aren't I? Kirby with a clubbing blow to the back. Nice boot to the gut there by Kirby as well. So it looks like Dash Wilder is leaving now as Kirby and Edwards start to trade strikes. Kirby comes out on top with a drop kick though. Kirby now up on top with a big elbow, but I think Edwards moved out the way. Edward Eddies. I got it wrong there, I think. Travis with the strikes on both. Heads up to the top. Big elbow drop as well. And he got it there once again. Went for the crossbody, I think, and Dave Richards just applauding there the poor work. And I think he's going to go for his double. No, shooting star press. Lovely move. Too close to the ropes, though. The ropes. Went a little bit Canadian there for a second. Trav went to crossbody Eddie Edwards, who just moved out the way. David Richards now brings him back up to his feet. Nice maneuver. He's too close to the ropes, isn't he? Yeah. It's a rope break once again. And there's a sable bomb by Martin Kirby. That's his finisher. Spinning heel kick as well by Travis. Of course, Eddie Edwards is not the legal man. Doesn't really matter how much damage you do to him, does it really? In comes Kirby. But Dave Richards takes them both out. Big splash on Chris Travis, but he's not the legal man anymore. It's a legal man with a Northern Lights suplex. Oh, broken just in time by Eddie Edwards. To say it's so important for the American Wolves to win this match. To make or break for them. There's the sharpshooter on Martin Kirby. Broken once again by Travis. Went for the spinning heel kick. Missed. Kirby. There's the sable bomb. And Kirby rolling through David Richards, but too close to the ropes. Right, this counts. I'm lost. I don't know who the legal man is anymore. I've got a feeling it's Kirby and Richards, you know. Is that right? Oh. I think Edwards was trying to send Kirby back into the ring, but instead he just got a face full of apron instead. There we go. Yeah, it is Kirby and Richards. Richards fighting through. Kirby catches him again. Oh, nice chain wrestling into a backslide. But Eddie Edwards was there to break it up just in time. Nice German 1, 2. He might have him here. He's got him. He's got him just in time. Wow, what a win. And such an important win as well by the American Wolves. They needed that desperately, that victory. That puts them up to 5 wins out of 6 with 1 match remaining. I think that will put them equal now with... It does. It puts them equal top with Kazarian and Daniels. However, they do have 1 match remaining. If it stays this way, then Kazarian and Daniels will finish ahead of Eddie Edwards and David Richards due to the fact that Kazarian and Daniels defeated Eddie Edwards and Christopher Daniels. There we go. Right, we're getting to the real business end now. The Bucks and the Unbreakable effing Machines have 2 matches remaining. Dave Richards and Eddie Edwards have 1 match remaining. And I think the Briscoes have 1 match remaining. And I believe Project Ego have 1 match remaining as well. We're getting there now. I think another couple of episodes, I think we'll actually be finished this group and we can start the next group. So I'm not going to get too much into the table because it's a bit messy now. Certain people have had a certain amount of matches. But at the top, it's looking very, very interesting. It's still a 4-way battle between the American Wolves, Project Ego, the American Wolves, Bad Influence, the Young Bucks, and the Unbreakable effing Machine. So find out next time how close it is going to be. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.